for you this lesson from Unity of the Keys Spiritual Center. Hello, all. So today's title is, What is the Rhythm of Your Life? So our days have a rhythm, moment to moment, day to day. And together they create the rhythm of our lives. So what might be the rhythm you have created? And is it working for you? Would you like to alter it a bit or alter it a lot? Now you might be thinking, what is she talking about? And that's okay. Our lives, yours and mine, do have a rhythm, a routine. Perhaps it's easier to think of that way, a routine that carries a vibration, a parameter within which we live most of our days, the regular ones, not the vacations, the trips, or the holidays, but those day-to-day routines that our lives tend to follow the vast majority of our days. We get up and we do what we do. We each have our morning ritual, the things that occur right after we open our eyes in the morning, the actions we take, our first thoughts of the day. Most mornings I wake up and I'm ready to move into my day. Luckily for me, I can move gently into it. I'm beyond the days of getting kids ready for school and getting dressed for work, rushing off. Denny and I have our own ritual of taking our coffee or tea into the sunroom and relaxing for a few minutes together. Now, our sunroom has 3 walls that are windows that face the expanse of the forest behind and to the side of our home. And we can observe nature and the creek below and the expanse of sky. The hill above us tells us what our day might look like. And I realize this is a luxury to have this time and this scenery. And then I tackle my list. Those things that I planned on accomplishing within the next several hours. Now, some days, fortunately rarely, I wake up and really want to stay where I am. It's cold outside, like it was this morning, or I didn't sleep as long as I had hoped, and I'm already arming myself for the day, reluctant to do that next thing. And is that all there is to life? Lists and responsibilities and commitments and tasks that we have decided are necessary. There's a rhythm there. It's a definite cadence of doing things, of checking things off, accomplishments. And it can feel automatic, and it can feel removed from human emotion. So does that sound familiar to you and the rhythm of your days? Or more importantly, does it feel familiar to you? And we gain a certain level of satisfaction when we have completed tasks. I know I do. I make lists and I check things off, and it feels good. And as humans, we like to feel that we have some control over our environment, over our days. So creating and checking off lists, even if the lists are only in our mind, helps us to feel like we have some authority. Well, fortunately for me, some of those to-do items include connection. Call this person, text that person, mail a card, send an email, because connections are important to me. And I know connections are important to you. It is one of the ways my rhythm, the rhythm of my days, stays softer. And I am blessed to have this space, a beautiful space. It's being created as my office. I work there, I do research, I make phone calls, I attend the Zoom meetings, teach classes. It's also a space of inner work, meditation and reflection and appreciation And I believe Carolyn may have created a slide, Coy, for this. Perhaps? There we go. That's what I see from my chair. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's a luxury. Denny created that desk from a raw cedar plank. Okay, thank you, Coy. No, I had for many years a home office space, even back in the days of my career in human resources. For a long time, it was a doing space completely, not a being space. It took finding unity before I included being in my doing. I remember my office, it was in the countryside, Safety Harbor area in Florida, just above St. Pete and Clearwater. And it was a regional office, typical. It had very large, impressive individual offices and then, boardrooms. I had just discovered Unity. So it's about 25 years ago, and I'd purchased a deck of the 4 agreements affirmation cards, and each card elaborated upon one of the agreements. So in case you're not familiar with the 4 agreements, they were created by Don Miguel Ruiz and are considered Toltec wisdom. And they are: be impeccable with your word, do not take anything personally, do not make assumptions, and always do your best. And I had the deck on my desk, and each day I would take a new one and place it face up on the outer edge of my space. Now, I was the only HR person around, surrounded by other regional directors, finance and marketing and clinical, because it was in healthcare, operational, legal. Not one was a touchy-feely department. And yet we were a creative bunch, and we were curious, and we were highly respectful of one another and our chosen field. So gradually the curiosity became too much, and one by one members of the team would stop in to see the message, the card that I have on my desk. And eventually they began selecting their own cards from the stack to take back to their office for the day. And I taught the 4 agreements hidden within my workshops to healthcare administrators and directors all across the United States without them ever knowing what I was doing or where it came from. It changed the rhythm. It went from doing to a sense of how to be, to being truthful, to being self-assured and so not taking things personally, to being more benevolent by not making assumptions, because usually those assumptions go on the negative side than the positive, and to humbly and with awareness to try to do our best in everything that we do. So what are the ways that you are enhancing the rhythm of your days? I know you already have many entwined into your routine. And why is it important? Well, I relate it to the emotional scale presented in the book Ask and It Is Given by Esther and Jerry Hicks, and you have a copy in your spotlight. They list 22 emotions going from the lowest, fear, grief, depression, despair, and powerlessness, that's 22, up to 1, which is knowledge and joy, empowerment, freedom, love, and appreciation. And we know when we're operating from the bottom energies, when we find ourselves being critical, judgmental, hopeless, pessimistic, that won't work. Those people are stupid. If those are our first thoughts, we have some work to do. And at the top of the scales, our thoughts are optimistic and benevolent and are filled with gratitude and appreciation. Now, when we're at the bottom half of those emotions, especially during times of woundedness, we can't simply jump up to number 1, love, joy, appreciation. We can move up one step, just one step, and then another when we're ready, making progress as we move up. And we can choose to be moving upward in our emotional scale or downward. And most of us, truthfully, move up and down throughout the course of a day. When we are aware of what is happening within us, we can make a different choice, a higher vibration choice. And that changes the energy. It changes the rhythm of the day. It changes everything. Now, Melody Cooper, in her lesson a couple of weeks ago, suggested adding a practice to something you're already doing. And in this manner, you have a greater chance of success in remembering the practice, as well as increasing the odds of continuing to do it. So here are some other ways you might already use or might want to consider using to add that spark to your day, that upliftment. You might have some type of affirmation cards that you use daily, that you pull one out to see what the message is for the day, and then you put it somewhere obvious so that you can see it. In your mirror in the bathroom, or in your car, wherever you might see it, propped in the dining room. So let's begin by stepping out of bed, those first few steps. Thank you, God. Beginning the day with gratitude. And if you forget those first 3 steps, thank you, God, perhaps it's 100 or 500 or 3,000 steps later, still affirm, thank you, God. 3 steps, 1 affirmation, and your energy shifts. It shifts from doing to being grateful. And we're always walking somewhere, even if it's only from the living room to the kitchen and back. 3 steps. Thank you, God. Or even 2 steps. Thank you, thank you, thank you. You can't do it without changing your energy. You become more fully present, more in the moment. Do you check your mail every day? Add to the task gratitude for whatever you receive. No mail? Great. No bad news today. Only junk mail? Look how abundant the universe is that all these advertisers want to send me their ads. Bills or statements? How grateful I am that I can pay this, or I can figure out how to pay this. Now, this might sound Pollyannish to you or over the top, and it might be. And it works. Wash the dishes or load a dishwasher. How blessed I am that I have hot and cold water at my fingertips. Thank you, God, for clean water. Create a water blessing if you wish. Turn it into a song, something unique just for you. Along with plentiful soap. Thank you, God, for cleaning supplies that clean and do not harm our environment. Thank you for the awareness of being good stewards of our environment, for accepting dominion with great respect for our planet and everything that resides here. When you brush your teeth or you brush your hair, thank you, God, for this human body and for my ability to take care of my body, my teeth, my hair. I bless my body. I see the divine in my smile and in my eyes. Sing a song whenever. And we have a short video clip to share with you. Lori's going to lead us through it now.
Feel free to stand up. There's dance moves. Please join me. Ready?
Every little cell in my body is well. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. I'm so glad every little cell in my body is happy and well. I'm so glad every little cell in my body is happy and well. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. I'm so glad every little cell in my body is happy and well. I'm so glad every little cell in my body is happy and well.
Woo! Thank you. Sit down.
Oh, thank you so much, Lori. So how does that feel right now? Can you imagine doing that every day? So what is stopping you? You know what it is, and you know who it is. How can you add this to your daily routine? You already brush your teeth. Sing it in your head as you brush your teeth. You already wash your hands probably several times a day. Sing it out loud as you wash and dry your hands. Add a little wiggle. Make it fun. Each of these little ways that we change, that we uplift, that we alter our energy, lifting it gently higher, is a change to the rhythm of our day. And yes, the rhythm of our life. We don't need to make huge leaps for these changes to occur. This change in energy, and huge leaps may not be sustainable. But small, simple, and especially fun alterations, additions, have the ability to make a positive, consistent enhancement to the rhythm of our days. Building one by one, moving more into spaces of being rather than doing. So how does this enhance our lives and the lives of those around us? Oh, in so many ways. Every day that we remember that we are here to be who we are, we bless our world. And every time we remember that we are interconnected, entwined, and forever a part of one another in oneness, we bless our world. And each time we behold another and see them as our sister or our brother, rather than competition, or someone who is unworthy or less than, or someone to be feared, we are adding to the overall vibration of love. Ultimately, that's where we are always going to. That is our North Star, is to uplift our being so that the love that we are can express itself fully in this world. Unity is a lifestyle. It's a way of being in the world that is simple and loving. It is a way of changing our thinking to live more peacefully and more fully in the world, not of the world, but in the world. That is the lesson of the Hindus and the Buddhists, the Jews and the Christians, the Islam and the Sikhs, the Jainist and the Taoist. That is the lesson of unity. And so it is.